It's here. It's back. This is basically part 2 of the arrow penetration test. 400 versus 600 versus 800 grain arrows. But we're gonna soup it up this time. We're gonna do broadheads. We're gonna add some practical hunting distances. And we're gonna see what we see when it comes to arrow penetration. Different weights out of the same bow. It's gonna be a great day. Let's go. I hope you guys are stoked. I just bought out about this whole grocery store. I'm pretty pumped to see what we're gonna find out today. We got our dude here, of course, archery wizard guy, MFJJ. Welcome back.
What's up?
Got any?
Trying to cut myself. Dangerous.
We're using broadheads.
Part 2, okay. Well, in part 2, we are going to put broadheads on the arrows, and we're going to shoot them farther away. We're going to check the FOC, right, and point that out as well?
Yeah.
What we're using here is the Micro Hades Pro broadheads because you can get them the exact same shape, the exact same tip, exact same blades, but in different weights. So we can make all these arrows basically weigh the same as they did without changing their characteristics of penetration.
We'll start with the light one. Zero it out.
Make sure we're not touching anything.
This is my hunting arrow with a 100 grain head. 417. These are the same arrows we used in part 1.
We refletched one of them because the veins came off.
Yeah, but now we got razor sharp broadheads on the front. 603. And the absolute meat missile here, the big heavy.
Your favorite phrase. Phrase that pays.
Yeah.
793.5.
793. Hypothesis, predictions.
Almost no difference.
Almost no difference.
Almost no difference. That'll be my belief.
We're gonna stretch it out a little bit. We're gonna keep it at practical hunting distances. We're gonna check out our FOC.
All right. It's within 10 grains.
All right, let's get our bowl predictions on camera here.
Oh boy.
I don't have a dog in the fight. Just kind of wanted to see what happens, get a good visual on what happens when we change these things. But if I'm predicting 400, 600, 800, I mean, to me, the most interesting one is the 800 grain arrow at range. I think it has to out-penetrate the 400 by how much? All right, let's go. I think it is going to penetrate a little more. How much more? I don't know. We'll find out.
It will be less than 10%. It will not exceed 10% of a variance. I don't think, but hey. I like being wrong.
Hey, who knows?
Testes.
Let's get you guys the setup here real quick. Here's the setup. Slow-mo cam, Josh Jones, action camera. Might be in harm's way, but it's gonna get us good action. All right, boys, here we go. This is the broadhead test the internet called for. We're doing some damage here. We busted open some broadhead packs. We bought some waters. You wanna support the cause? Josh has an archery website, podiumarcher.com.
We sell stuff.
Podiumarcher.com. I have a discount code for his website.
Comment down below on if we need to carry crystal geyser water jugs so you can do this at home.
I have a discount code for his website. It's Tim C. It'll get you 10% off of everything, including the stuff you wouldn't think it would. So.
And we're shooting broadheads, and pray to God Tim hits the jugs. Got it.
Right side of it?
Woo, and it didn't pass through. What do you know?
Nice.
The right side, but I think you still hit all the way. Oh, dude, it's barely hanging on the back. Yeah, you might have to add jugs.
It was at this very moment Josh and I realized we wouldn't have enough water jugs to complete the test how we wanted to do it. So we would take to the streets and grocery stores of Spokane Valley, greater area, and scour up all the crystal geyser water jugs we could find. And then back to the test.
The things I let Tim do with my range.
800 grains.
The missile of meat.
Whole bunch of jugs.
Interesting. The tip's right here.
Here's the final penetration on the 800. Just the tip got a little bit out.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Just enough to see if it feels good.
I think this would be safe to say that because how you shot this, we do need to take the tags off of them. because you missed the tags the whole way.
Yeah.
But we can keep shooting them. But that's how many you're gonna need to still catch within the jug. You wanna do the 400 next or the 600?
We'll go 600, we'll go
30.
reverse order.
All right.
Little flippy floppy, 600 grains. Any predictions? Any predictions?
Probably a little less than the other one.
Ooh, very safe prediction.
Pretty risky for assumption there. Probably a little bit less.
Play VTM 34.
Yeah. Nice. What'd you look at that? Little less. Saved a jug.
So we went from here to here.
And before we pull that third one, I want to put a measuring tape on this and say, here's the physical distance difference.
Yeah, when in doubt, tape it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we can leave that.
Just for cohesiveness, we removed the labels. You said 32 and 38?
Yeah, I'm just going to leave a tape down so you can visualize it and just leave that there.
Awesome. 420 in the hopper.
Good shot. You're getting the results the internet wants to see.
Well, we knew there had to be some difference, right? At some point. Okay, so we're losing about 6 inches per, huh?
You are technically losing as you go. Whether it's the broadhead causing it or whether it's the arrow weight causing it, difference between what we did before and what we did now, or the distance. It could be because we're doing a broadhead, it could be because we're shooting farther away. What'll be interesting to see is if we see the same amount of difference
like a
down there,
proportional.
or does it keep getting more?
Like proportional would be interesting.
Yeah, proportional, yeah.
All of this stuff today was basically for you guys and for us, just to see, hey, what do these things do at distance? Don't really have a dog in the fight.
It's definitely more than the original test showed. I'll give them that. So the people that were complaining that we should have done it at distance, I think to a degree we're right, because we saw more of a difference. Is it a significant difference? I don't think so, personally. It is more than it was. We're talking about 12%-ish more penetration when you go from 400 to 600 and then 600 to 800 again.
Yeah.
So maybe 25% more from 400 to 800 for double the mass. I would like to think double the mass should penetrate twice as much, personally, for everything else that you're giving up. It's also not going half the speed, too, so there is that to consider. But either way, I think it shows more of a separation than we originally did, so there you go, you see a little more.
Ultimately, you got to just make the decision of what is the tool you're hunting with? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you shooting big heavy animals? Do you need some forgiveness with speed? Do you need some forgiveness with weight? What I keep learning as I get to know more and more people who are successful with many, many tens of animals, even hundreds, is the middle ground tends to be where most people land.
Right.
Depending on what they're hunting, but 425 to 475 is a pretty safe margin for what most really accomplished hunters are using. Some will use mechanical if they're really high energy. Some will use a fix depending on what they're hunting. At the end of the day, you got to make the decision of what's good for you, what are you trying to accomplish, what are you hunting, and yeah, man, this was fun. Hope you guys learned some stuff. If there needs to be a part 3, let us know what part 3 should look like. Subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. Means a lot, helps the channel a lot if you subscribe. Josh has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, Podium Archer, check it out.
He does stuff.
What are we at? $300 in water jugs a day.
A lot of water jugs. So you can leave a thumbs up for that. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you back for the next one.